And a warning on the roads, and it has nothing to do with how you drive. The warranty scam that's hitting residents around the state.
You're watching KITV Island News at 6.
And I'm Mike Cherry. Hawaiian Electric officials say they've reached a new power purchase agreement with NRG Energy. That agreement includes the grid-scale solar facilities in Lanikuhana and Waipio. An agreement is also in the works for the Kawailoa solar facility. The three projects were originally proposed by SunEdison, but HECO terminated that deal in February of last year after the company missed a critical deadline. The new agreements must be approved by the Hawaii Public Utilities Commission. All three projects are expected to go online in 2019. Confusion not only at the White House briefing room, but also for many who are in the United States from the countries on that list. Time to take a look outside. Large waves impacting the North Shore. Well, residents in Hanamaulu, Kauai will be without water tonight. The Kauai Department of Water is shutting down water service between 8 tonight and 8 tomorrow morning to allow crews to connect a new water line to the system. Now, those affected include all roads on the Makai side of Kuhio Highway from Laukona Street to Hanamaulu Road. That includes King Kaumuali'i Elementary School and Hanamaulu Beach Park. Customers should store water now to get through the night. The state of Hawaii will be receiving part of a $46,000 settlement. This after Western Union Company customers across the U.S. complained that when they used its wire transfer service, money was sent to third parties involved in schemes to take their money. Under that settlement, the company will pay $586 million to victims in 48 states, including Hawaii and the District of Columbia. Western Union will also have to create an anti-fraud program to detect and prevent customers from wiring money to scam artists.
And speaking of scams, we've got a warning tonight for drivers to steer clear of a scam that could cost them thousands of dollars.
Yes, KITV's Nicole Carvalho reports the scam targets vehicle owners whose warranties are expiring. A Maui man is accused of using a mango picker to steal guns from a storage unit. Court documents say that Sancho Agtaguem used the pole to lift 2 revolvers, 2 rifles, and 2 pistols out of the unit. He then allegedly traded one of the guns for drugs. Another gun ended up with a convicted felon who pointed that gun at people at a Walgreens. Agtaguem is scheduled for a detention hearing tomorrow.
Hawaii Pacific University wants to add more student housing to the Aloha Tower campus. HPU's president telling our partners over at Pacific Business News that the college is looking into adding 100 beds to the existing 270 in the dorms there. A $50 million renovation project is now underway at the campus to build classrooms, common areas, a bookstore, and more. The university hopes this expansion will help it grow to serve more students.
Hawaii lawmakers are hoping to save parts of Barack Obama's Affordable Care Act. A House committee today recommended approval of a bill that would guarantee insurers can't be denied coverage based on pre-existing conditions or institute lifetime maximums for coverage. The House and Senate bills would also make sure all insurance plans cover expenses related to pregnancy and other health essentials. You have until 11:59 tonight to sign up for Obamacare. President Donald Trump has taken actions to repeal that law. As Moani Kela Nabarro reports, researchers say before they can fight the disease, more funding is needed to better understand how it spreads. And later, teens give back and give life. Some students spend time donating blood, and it's all thanks to a major policy change. The impact they and other students can now make. All right, time to talk sports now with Robert Kekaula.
Worth it no matter what.
Alyssa said she's very grateful for those helping her cross items off her bucket list. What a good uncle.
A very nice uncle indeed.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, well, we've got another half hour of Island News ahead.
If you're just joining us, we've got all the day's top stories right now. The Hawaii Tribune Herald reports that broken glass was found at the scene. Right now, police tell the paper they do not believe the fire was intentionally set. The fire started out on the outside rear wall of a vacant building on Pahoa Village Road. The theater and Luquin's Mexican restaurant were destroyed in that January 15th fire. No one was injured. Now, the reality of this story is that it's not the first and unfortunately likely won't be the last time that we do a story on pedestrian safety. And it has many of you charged up on our KITV social media. Paige Bloss says, I see a huge issue in this state with people driving past school buses when stopped letting kids out. I see it every single day without fault at my daughter's bus stop. You have to stop when the bus sign has its stop sign out. Meanwhile, Kimberly Land adds, that's why I don't overtake public buses on a one-lane road too. You never know who's crossing in front of that bus. While Rod Bridgers has some words of wisdom saying, slow down near schools. It isn't worth ruining your life or anyone else's life just to arrive a minute sooner. We want You have to say about this story and many others that we have online. Just log on to our Facebook page and tell us what you think. Yunji. Today, the Blood Bank of Hawaii opened the donor doors to a younger generation. KITV's Leiko Holokula shows us how some students at Pearl City High School lined up for the first time to make a difference. Yeah, and it's good to build that mentality early on at that age, because they know going forward that they can do a little thing to save lives. After the break, President Donald Trump names his pick to be the next U.S. Representative Tulsi Gabbard will personally reimburse the cost of her recent trip to Syria. She says her trip meets every requirement of the House Ethics Committee, but she decided she'll pay the Arab American Community Center for Economics and Social Services back because it has, quote, become a distraction from the important issue at hand. During the trip, she met with Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The cost of that trip is not known. Yeah, the seat has been vacant for nearly a year after conservative Justice Antonin Scalia died. ABC's Stephanie Ramos is in Washington with more. And Senator Mazie Hirono issued this statement saying we owe it to the American people to vet this nominee extensively and exhaustively. In the weeks and months ahead, I will carefully scrutinize his judicial philosophy, his views on a woman's constitutional right to an abortion, his position on voting rights, and his thoughts on the balance between individual rights and corporate power, among other subjects. Meanwhile, Senator Brian Schatz said, I am disappointed the president has nominated someone who does not appear committed to ensuring these rights and who is outside of the legal mainstream. Judge Gorsuch has consistently ruled in favor of corporations over individuals, has undermined women's rights, and has failed to protect workers from discrimination. And Congress is trying to exempt employees of the Pearl Harbor Navy shipyard from President Trump's federal hiring freeze. Senators Mazie Hirono and Brian Schatz are pushing that bill. The freeze prevents shipyards from hiring personnel, including civilians that are necessary to maintaining the Navy's fleets. Lawmakers say the freeze is causing confusion that will delay maintenance and hurt national security requirements. Well, students at Ka'imilo Elementary got a special visit. Yeah. And jumping for health. Students at Holy Family Catholic Academy participating in the 12th annual Jump Rope for Heart event today. The students between preschool and 8th grade spent the morning jumping and dancing, all to raise money for charity. KITV's Brandy Higa, Brenton Awai, and Mika Miyashima also joining in on that fun. Yeah, in tonight's Local Yelp, we highlight some of the top spots in Honolulu to indulge in this Hawaii staple. Well, from spicy to limu to oyster sauce, there's a big variety of poke to choose from. Oh. And should we put them out there, or should we just
you gotta give a shout out. I mean, I love Ke'amoku seafood. I think their portions are so big, and you love Alicia's.
Oh, Alicia's, right there in Kalihi. Good stuff.
All right, now we blew it up.
When we come back, a recap of today's top headlines and a last check of sports and weather. Residents in Hanamaulu, Kauai will be without water tonight. The Kauai Department of Water is shutting down water service between 8 tonight and 8 tomorrow morning. That'll allow crews to connect a new water line to the system. Those affected include all roads on the Makai side of Kuhio Highway from Laukona Street to Hanamaulu Road. That includes King Kaumuali'i Elementary School and Hanamaulu Beach Park. Pete, last look outside. Yeah, that's right. Nearly 2,000 people joining hands. Check this out. They floated their way to a Guinness World Record.
Those are people.
Yeah, that is. They formed an unassisted, free-floating line in Argentina's Lake Epesuan. The body of water, known for its buoyancy, the lake has 10 times more salt than an ocean. Yeah, but his school has a little something to say about it. CNN's Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This. Man, criminals, watch out. He's got one cane for each hand now.
And a lifetime bus pass. That's pretty awesome.
Hit him so hard he broke the cane.
And that student, pretty ingenious.
Yeah, it's an awesome thing. Maybe they'll get some fundraising now, so we'll see about that.
Yeah, I know they're not supposed to sell sodas in schools anymore. So
but that is the coolest locker ever.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Not bad. Hey, thanks so much for being a part of Hawaii's only hour-long 6 p.m. newscast.
Make sure you stay connected by liking us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and also find us on Roku. We'll see you right back here tonight at 10.
See ya.
School is stealing money from that kid.